Hi, I hope I'm audible.
Hi Divya, yes.
Okay, let's start. So yesterday we were discussing with about sub-languages concept, right? In that we are discussing about DDL, right? Alter command, we have 5 use cases in alter command. We were discussing that. First use case is whenever we wanted to add a new column in the already existing table, then we will use alter command, right? The table is already created. And for that, in that table, if we wanted to add a new column, we will use alter. So the syntax will be alter table name, add column. We wanted to add column, right? So we need to use a keyword called as column name and a data type. Whenever we are defining column names, we will define data types, right? We already understood about this. So this is the first use case. Second use case is whenever we want to remove any column. Suppose if we feel that any column is of no use and if we wanted to remove that column, again we will use alter command only. So inside alter, we will use drop keyword, right? Alter table name, drop column name. If you wanted to remove table permanently from the database, we have drop command separately, right? The syntax will be drop table name, right? Here we will mention whatever we wanted to drop, whether it is table, whether it is database, or whether it is column. But for column, we need to definitely use drop keyword inside alter command, right? So on this third use case is whenever we wanted to change the data types, right? Or for character data, if we wanted to change the size, again we will use alter command only. And the syntax will be alter table name, modify column, column name, and new data type, whatever data type we wanted to give. Only if you wanted to change size also, no problem. For varchar, the data type can be same. Only if you wanted to change the size also, you can change, or else if you wanted to change complete data type also you can change. But the thing is within the particular, you know in that particular type only you can change. That is, if it is textual data, you can change from char to varchar, right? Dates, date to date time. And if it is numbers, int to float, like that, within that particular type only we can change the data type if we already inserted the data, right? If we didn't inserted data, that's okay, you can change it to any type. And as I said yesterday, all the syntaxes are same in every database, right? Whatever syntaxes, whatever queries we discussed so far, all those syntaxes are same in all the databases except this one. Because modify keyword is only available in MySQL. In other databases, modify keyword is not available, and this syntax to change the data types, the syntax will be this one in another databases, other databases. Like two times we will use alter only. Alter table name, alter column name, new data type. Okay. So just for knowledge purpose, I am mentioning this point. Remaining all syntaxes are same in all the other databases as well. Right? Up to here we discussed yesterday, correct? First, let's activate our database, that is SQL demo. Activate, definitely we will use keyword. We know that. I'm executing this. Now we saw 3 use cases, right? In order, let's see about the fourth use case. Fourth use case of alter command. Alter command is used to change name of the table. If we wanted to change the names of the table, generally by using create command, we will give names to the table, right? Actually, not the table. Names of the column. Already name of the column in the already existing table. Okay. Suppose while creating table itself by using create command, we will give table name, we will give column names, and we will define data types for every column name, right? Suppose in the already existing table, if you wanted to change the column name, then we will use again alter command. Okay, not table name, my bad. It's a column name. Whenever you wanted to change the column name, you will use alter command. Okay, the syntax will be like alter table name. Now we need to use a keyword called as rename. Okay, rename column. We wanted to change column, right? So we need to use the keyword called as column. Rename column, old column name, new column name. Okay, this will be our syntax. That is alter table. Table name is employees. These are all the existing column names we have. So let's change rename column. Maybe DOJ is there, right? I want to change that to date of joining. Full name, let's give. Okay. So I'm just trying to change the column name. Let's execute. It got executed. I'm refreshing here by clicking this refresh icon. And at the bottom, you can see the column name became date of joining, right? That is how whenever you wanted to change any column name, if you wanted to change the column name, you will use alter command. Here you will use rename keyword inside alter command. Okay. The fifth and the last use case of alter is used to add primary key in the already existing table. Okay. So we have primary key concept going forward in integrity constraints concept. Okay. We have something called as integrity constraints, the next concept. Once we are done with sub languages, next concept will be integrity constraints. There we will learn about primary key. So at that point of time only, I'll explain this fifth use case. Okay. Because now we didn't discuss about the primary key. So I don't discuss this use case. Basically, while creating, by using create command only, while creating the table itself, we can define constraints. But if you wanted to add any constraint, or if you wanted to add primary key in the already created table, in the already existing table, again, we need to use alter command. So this use case, I'm just mentioning here, but detail I'll explain in the integrity constraints class. Okay, so this is about the 5 use cases in alter command. I hope it is clear. Any doubts, anyone? Very important. Every command, whatever we are learning here in sub languages, every command is important.
Okay. Hello, madam.
Yes, please. Hi, Rahul.
Actually, today join. It's been how many days since this MySQL started?
This is the third demo actually.
Third demo. Okay, the actual class didn't started. Okay.
Sorry.
And the actual class didn't haven't started.
No, haven't started. This is the third and final demo. As you attended today's session, you might get the videos of last 2 classes as well. Just go through that videos. If you didn't get it, you can even find it in the YouTube
YouTube.
in
Yes.
DURGASOFT. Okay. So
Sure.
if you like the content, you can get register. This is our last demo. Whoever will get registered by tomorrow, they will get a new Zoom link. From tomorrow, our actual classes will be start.
Okay. So the duration will take 1 month time,
Sorry.
The duration of completion will take 1 month time, or 2 months time, or also.
Uh, it's 35 days. Okay. 35 sessions. Usually Monday to Friday, I'll take the class. So 35 sessions, almost 1.5 month.
1 month. Okay, 7 weeks fine then.
Yeah. And the timing will be same from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST.
Okay, madam.
Actually, I have one question here.
Yes,
Actually,
please.
one of the class I attended previously, almost 3 years back. At that time, initially they took some batch at the evening. Again, they changed it to morning. It's
No,
you
no,
don't
no.
no.
No, I won't change like that. Actually, I'm not a complete, even I work for an MNC company. So morning hours I'll work for the company, and only evening at this time, I mean, only I'll take the classes.
Okay,
The timing won't be changed for this batch. It will be 8 p.m. only. Okay.
okay, yeah, because only this timing is convenient for
Yeah,
me.
I
So
understand. Sometimes it
yes.
happens. They will take some classes, I mean, some demo classes, and if the students are, if they wanted to shift, they will shift the timings. But I won't take any classes in the morning sessions. Only evening, like 6 to 9, I'll take. And for this batch, this timing is fixed.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, fine.
Is there any batch going on between 6 to 9? Any other?
Currently, no. Actually, usual from the last 4 or 5 batches. I'm taking at 7 o'clock only. So some students and even admin team suggested me to take it 8 o'clock. That is the reason I'm taking it now. 6 o'clock I have Python class actually. Maybe for the next 3-4 months I'll take Python only at 6 o'clock with another institute. Okay, so currently this timing, maybe the next batch will be at 7 p.m. With DURGASOFT, MySQL.
Yeah, because I'm interested and only at this timing only. So I'm able to attend this timing only, so that I ask.
Okay, so if 8 o'clock is fine for you, for this batch, 8 is fixed.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Anyone here, for anyone, this timing is not suitable, whoever attending now?
No, Divya, this time is fine for me.
Okay, fine. Great then. Yeah. So let me continue. So we are done with alter command. Next we have truncate. Truncate is a command which is used to, whenever we use truncate on any table, what will happen? It will remove complete data from the table, or else I'll say, okay, from the table, but the structure of the table will remain same. That is, we already saw that by using create command, we will create the structure of the table. Right? By using insert command, we will insert data into the table. Right? That is, we will insert data or values into the table. By using create command, only table structure. Table structure in the sense it will be the table name, columns, and the data types, right? Insert, we will insert the values or the data inside the table. So whenever we use truncate, what will happen? Whatever data we inserted, that data will be removed completely at a time. If there are how many rows we have also, if we have 2000 rows, 3000 rows, doesn't matter. Once we execute truncate on that table, all the rows at a time will be removed, but the table structure will be same. That is table name, column names, data types. If we defined any integrity constraints also comes under table structure only. So that one will be remain as it is. Only the data which is there inside the table will be removed. Okay, let's check. And for using this truncate, let me once again create this employees one table. And if you remember in the first demo session, I said that something about delimiter, right? Delimiter in the sense where I wrote delimiter in the sense a symbol by using which SQL will understand that is the end of a SQL statement. Okay, in SQL by default delimiter is semicolon. Okay, whatever database it can be Oracle SQL, SQL Server, in all the databases. Delimiter by default delimiter is semicolon. That is, whenever SQL sees semicolon, it will understand that is the end of the statement. Previously, as I said a few years ago, we used to use semicolon at the end of each query. If we miss using semicolon, then we used to get a syntax error. But nowadays semicolon is optional. If we use semicolon also no problem. If we don't use semicolon also no problem. But when to use semicolon in the sense whenever we wanted to execute multiple statements at a time. It can be multiple inserts, updates, or it can be any multiple queries if you wanted to execute at a time. Now you can see this is a create command, this is insert command, this is select command. I wanted to execute all the three at a time. If I execute like this, it will throw me error, syntax error, because SQL will consider these three commands as a single command. So that is the reason it threw me the syntax error. So what we need to do, whenever we wanted to execute multiple statements, we need to keep a semicolon after the end of each statement. Okay. Then SQL will understand we are executing multiple statements. This is one statement, this is second statement, this is third statement. Like that, whenever we wanted to execute multiple statements, then compulsorily we need to use semicolon at the end of each statement. Okay. If we are executing only single statement, then that is fine. I mean, single query, that is fine. If you don't use semicolon also, we don't get any error. Okay. Now I'm executing all the three at a time. See, the table 3 got executed, the table got created, the data got inserted, and select command is also executed, and I can able to see the output, right? Let's refresh. Now we got employees and employees 1 table. Like that, okay?
Yeah, one query here. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, one query here. In the Python, I think if you are also working on Python, right? If you
Yes.
in the Python, automatically, if you want to comment out the particular lines at the time, we will use some shortcut. Is there any way to insert semicolon at the each line? Is there any shortcut like here by selecting the multiple lines?
No, actually. We don't have any such shortcuts here.
Okay, got it.
And the admin team is posting the registration details as well as the course content in the chat box. If you want, you can check once. And okay, so let's continue. Now let's use truncated command on employees 1 table. Okay, and the syntax will be truncated table name. That's it. Okay. So truncated table employees 1. I'm using truncated command on employees 1 table. Okay, so let's execute. It got executed. Now let's see. Of course, if I'm refreshing, still I can able to see employees 1 table. But if we use select command, if we wanted to display the data, previously we had 4 rows in it. But now if I am displaying the data, it will show me the empty table. I don't have any rows, not even null values. Only the table structure is there. That is, column names are there. By default, data types will also be there. If we define any integrity constraints, that also will be there. But only the data, whatever we inserted, will be removed whenever we use truncated. Okay, sometimes if you wanted to empty the table, maybe our client wanted to change the data, but he wanted to maintain the same table. I mean, the column names can be same. I wanted to remove the old data and I wanted to keep it a new data. Of course, we have two ways to do that. Either you can drop the table completely. By dropping the table, the complete table will be removed. Then you can use create command and insert command. This is also okay. This is the second way. As I am saying, if I want the same table, I don't want to change the table. If my requirement is that, I want the same table only if I wanted to change the data, remove the complete old data and keep any new data, then no need of following these 3 steps here. Simply, we can use truncate here. With this truncate, the data inside the table will be removed and the structure of the table will be same. And then I can use insert command to insert the new data. Okay, this is another method. Instead of following steps, let me remove this. Instead of following this drop and create, instead of dropping the table and recreating the table, if our, if the requirement is that if we want the same columns and the same data types, simply we can use truncate to remove the data inside the table, but it will keep the structure same so that we can insert new data into the same table structure. Okay, and how many rows we have also, with using truncate at a time we can remove all the rows very quickly. So that is about truncate command. I hope it is clear. And the last command is rename command in DDL. So rename is a command which is used to change the name of the table here. Okay, so previously whenever we discussed about changing the column name, if we wanted to change the column name in the already existing table, we will use rename keyword inside alter command. Okay, we will use alter command. Inside alter, we will use rename keyword. Here, if you wanted to change the complete table name itself, then we need to use rename command. We have a command separately to change the table name, and the syntax will be rename table old table name, new table name. Okay, so rename table. Maybe employees one is there, right? Once again, I'm refreshing. You can see we are having employees table and employees one table. So instead of employees one table, I wanted to change the name to maybe EMP. I'm executing this. It got executed. Let me refresh once again. This is a refresh icon. Now you can see I'm having employee and employees, EMP. The table employees one is changed to, the table name got changed to EMP, right? So sometimes if you really wanted to change the table name, you need to use rename command directly. If you wanted to change column name, then rename keyword we need to use inside alter command. Okay. With this, we are done with DDL commands. Hi, Harshavardhan. I can see, I think this is the first class you are attending, right? If you can hear me. Okay, actually, this is our third demo class. I took already 2 demos, and as you are attending the session, our admin team will send you the last 2 demo videos, or else even you can find that videos in YouTube of DurgaSoft channel in the YouTube in DurgaSoft channel. Just go through the videos once. Okay, so this is actually the last demo class. That is the reason I'm mentioning. Just go through the videos if you can understand. If you really like my content and the way of explanation, you can get register with us. Today is our last demo. I'm saying this to everyone. Whoever will get register, they will get a new Zoom link by tomorrow, maybe evening. Follow that link and attend tomorrow's session. Okay. And please log in by using your laptop. At least any one student, I mean, any one person, if you are logging in by using your laptop, I'll ask you to share your screen and I'll show you the installation process of MySQL tomorrow. Okay. Perfect. So next we are done with DDL, data definition language. This commands, 5 commands we saw. Next, let's discuss with the DML commands, that is data manipulation language. If you observe here, almost all the commands, whatever we have under DDL, deals with the structure of the table. Creating the table, definitely table structure we are creating. Dropping the table, in the sense the complete table will be removed, that is the structure will be removed. Alter command also, we have 5 use cases, but for every use case we are just we are making some changes in with the structure of the table itself. Truncate, again the structure will be there, the data will be removed. Rename as a command, it will just rename the table name, right? So this one, almost 5 commands whatever we have in DDL always deals with the structure of the table. And whereas DML, we have 3 commands, that is insert, update, and delete. This DML commands deals with the data inside the table. Whatever data we inserted already, whatever data we have inside the table, it will just deal with that data inside the table. 3 commands. Okay. So the first is insert, which we already discussed. So again, I'm not repeating. Of course, we inserted data so far. Insert command is used to insert the data into the table, right? So I'm just copying it instead of writing it and explaining it once again. Okay. And the next command is update command. So update, in the sense, with the name itself, we can understand. If you wanted to make any changes inside the data, we will use update command. Definitely by using insert command, we will insert the data inside the table. And whatever data which we already have, if we got any updates, if we wanted to change any data, then we will use update command. Okay. So update command is used to make changes in the data. Okay. So the syntax will be like update, table name, set column name equals to value. Instead of discussing the syntax, let's directly get into any example so that you can understand in a better way. First, let's display the data of employees table. Select star from employees. Let's see the data once. We have 4 rows here. Okay. So maybe let me change the last employee ID 4th salary. The salary, now the current salary is 72,000. Maybe let me change this 72,000 to 65,000. Okay. Just normally I'm changing. So now by mistake, we entered a wrong data. Now I wanted to update this salary of 72,000 to 60,000. How we will update here? Update table name. Table name is employees. Set is a keyword which we need to write, which we need to use here because we need to mention where we are going to, what value we wanted to give. So set column name, that is salary, equals to 60,000 I wanted to give. That is what I mentioned in the syntax. Update table name, set column name equals to value. I wanted to update salary. I wanted to set, I wanted to update employees table. I wanted to set salary equals to 60,000. But if I execute this particular query, what will happen? Any guesses, anyone?
It will be updated to entire table.
That's right. Entire table in the salary column, all the rows it will be updated. Just now I said that I wanted to make the change for employee ID 4, right? I wanted to make change here only, but nowhere I mentioned that point here, right? I just said go to employees table and make the salary as 65,000. We didn't mention where to make that change, right? So every time whenever we use update command, even delete command, we need to be careful. We need to mention where we are expecting that particular update or that particular delete. Okay. So here we need to mention I wanted to change the salary to 65,000 here. That is for employee ID 4, wherever I have 72,000, I wanted to change the salary to 65. That is what we need to mention inside where clause. We have a clause in SQL. We have a where clause in SQL. Inside where clause, we need to mention that condition. We need to write where employee ID equals to 4. Okay. Before executing this one, let's discuss about where clause little bit. As we saw the course content, we have operators and clauses concept. In that concept, we will discuss detailing about the where clause, but still here, as we are using where clause, let me explain a little bit about it. Where is a clause basically used to give conditions. Use it to mention conditions or use it to give conditions. Inside where clause only, every time we will give the conditions in SQL. Whenever we wanted to give any conditions in SQL, we will use where clause, and inside where clause we will mention our conditions. Okay, so where clause is used to give conditions, and accordingly the data will be updated, deleted, or filtered. That is, if I gave any condition inside where clause, definitely whenever we need to give conditions inside where clause, but if we use that where clause in update command, according to that condition the data will be updated. If we use where clause in delete command, according to the condition the data will be deleted. If we use where clause in select command, according to that condition the data will be filtered, because usually select command is used to display the data. If I don't want to display the entire data, if I wanted to display only any particular data, that particular condition we need to mention inside where clause and with with select command. Then according to that condition the data will be filtered. Okay, anyways, in operators and clauses concept we will solve many examples by using where clause, especially with select command. Okay, now just understand one thing. Whenever we wanted to give conditions, we will use where clause. So here my condition is that I wanted to change the salary to 65,000 for employee ID 4 only, not for all the rows. So I mentioned that particular condition or point inside where. I'm saying I wanted to update employees table. I wanted to give the salary as 65,000 where employee ID equals to 4. Wherever employee ID 4 is there, it will go to that particular row and their salary will become 65,000. Okay, let's check. I'm executing this. It got executed. Now let's display the data by using select command. You can see only that particular row, it got updated with the salary with 65,000, right? Like that. So we need to be very careful whenever we are using update command and delete command, okay? Because if we forget using where clause, that particular here in this example, if I miss using this where clause, if I forget using this where clause, the salary will become 65,000 to all the rows. Definitely in real time, many rows will be there. We will deal with huge volumes of data. If there is some 2000 rows, and if we are making this without using where clause, for all the 2000 rows, the data will be updated, which will become a mess for us, right? So every time, whenever we use update command and delete command, we need to be very careful. Okay. And I hope it is clear.
One question here, ma'am, actually. Hello.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, here actually you mentioned that update employees scroll down a little.
Okay, okay.
Scroll down a little bit.
Here, one second. Here, let me finish writing the syntax completely. Just to ask you that question, I skipped this. In the syntax, update table name, set column so values, where condition. Okay. Okay. Now go ahead, ask question for me.
Yeah, actually in the line number 42, 43, 44. Okay. Update employees, in that update employees, these two means 43, 44 comes under that. Okay. It's like
Yes.
in the Python, we will mention it like a tab over there. But here, how I can differentiate it that this line is under this line means in the Python, we
See,
will
it's
mention
just
that.
even if you can write like this also, it will work. No problem. Just to maybe view in a better way, I just wrote it in a next line by using enter.
Yeah, I got that. Means suppose yeah, we can't in the Python. What we'll do is we'll press a tab. We'll make a differentiation. Means this line is after this line or and inside this line. But here there is no syntax like that over here.
It's not necessary actually. This in SQL, however you write, it will work. If you don't, in single line, we can complete all the syntax. Just to view in a better way, we will just use enter to write the new write it in the new line. That's it.
Okay. Means after here, like line number 44, if in the 45 line number, if write like a create or something, I can manually, I need to see and I need to know that this line is different. Like
Yeah,
that,
if
I
you
can.
if you write like this also, it's okay. But here, whenever we are executing, we need to select it, right? We need to select up to this point only. That is the
Okay.
reason. If we are writing, whenever we are writing, usually whenever we are writing a new query, we will just give the space so that we can understand, or any other persons, if they are seeing the code, they need to understand, right? So just for that viewing purpose only, we will use the centers and spaces in between. However you write, that's okay. Anyways, while executing, you need to select everything in SQL here, no other option. We need to select properly. If I select like this, it will throw me syntax error again.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's solve one more example here. Give every employee 10% salary bonus and add that bonus column into employees table. Okay, so I'm saying we have employees table. Here currently I'm having only 4 columns. I wanted to add one more column called as bonus, and inside bonus as a values, I wanted to give 10% of their salary as the bonus. Okay, we have salaries, right? For each and every individual upon their salary, we wanted to give 10% of the salary as a bonus value. That is my question. Okay, so first we don't have bonus column also. So first let's add a bonus column here. So to add a new column into the existing table, which command we will use?
Insert command we can use.
Alter command, right? We wanted to add a column here. We wanted to add a new column in the existing table, right? Insert command is used to enter the data values inside the table. But here first we are going to add a column, bonus column. I wanted to add in employees table, so we need to use alter command. alter table name, that is employees, add column name is bonus, and we need to define the data type. Maybe I'm giving float as a data type here. Okay. I wanted to add bonus column in the employees table. First, I'm adding the column itself. I'm not giving any values. So it got executed. Now let me check. Select star from employees. You can see we got bonus column. We didn't inserted any data, so it is null. It is displaying us null values. Now I wanted to give the values. What kind of values I wanted to give? In the sense, we already have salary column. So 10% on their salary, we wanted to give as bonus. Like, for this 75,000, 10% in the sense, 7,500 as bonus, here 6,000 as bonus, like that. So how to write that query here in the sense? Let me use update command. Let's say update employees set bonus equals to 10% of salary. So I can use a formula here that is 0.1 into salary. Basically, that will give us the 10% from the salary, right? This is the standard formula. Find the percentage, right? So 0.1 into salary I'm giving as a bonus value, right? Now, okay. Now, the reason to explain this query or explain this example is that, see, what we wanted to give actually for every employee, we wanted to give the bonus value, and for every employee, our condition is same. So, here, no need of using where clause, right? Here, I'm not giving for any particular employee. If I wanted to give for any particular employee, then I'll use where and I'll say that particular maybe employee ID. Maybe for employee ID, I wanted to give the bonus. But here for every employee, I wanted to give the bonus, that with the same condition. I mean, the same formula, especially for every employee we are giving here, not for any particular employees. If it is only for particular employees, just like previous example, here for only employee ID 4, we wanted to change the salary. That is the reason we used where clause and we mentioned our condition. But here for every employee, we are giving the bonus values. So no need of using where clause here. Right? Am I right? Did you got my point?
Yes, Divya.
Okay, let me repeat it quickly once again. See, our question is, we wanted to give every employee 10% of salary bonus and send 10% of salary as bonus value, and I wanted to add that bonus column into the employees table. First of all, we don't even have a bonus column, so to add a new column in the employees table, we use alter command. Alter table name, add column, bonus is a column name and float is a data type. So we executed this, and with that we got our bonus column, right? Now, to give the data inside that particular bonus column, what we did, I used update command here, and I'm saying update table name, set what we wanted to give. We wanted to give 10% of salary as bonus value. So column name is bonus, and the condition is 0.1 into salary. This is a formula to get a percentage value from the salary, right? Now, what is the main point here? In the sense, in the question we mentioned that we wanted to give the employee salary bonus, right? We wanted to give every employee bonus values. So if it is only one employee, what we will say? We will say maybe where employee ID equals to 1. I wanted to give bonus to only employee ID 1, I need to write like this. But here, for every employees, I wanted to give the data. I wanted to give the bonus, so no need of using where clause. The reason to explain this example is that every time it's not that definitely we will use where clause in update command. It's not like that. According to the question, we need to think logically whether we need to use where clause or not. It's not compulsory to use where clause every time. Of course, this is a syntax, but this will be optional. According to the question, we need to understand, we need to think whether we need to use where clause or not. Sometimes, if we wanted to make the same value as an update, okay, if here I wanted to use the same condition, I wanted to update the same condition for all the employees, so no need of using where clause. Simply, I'll execute this 2 lines. It got executed. Let's display the data. You can see I got 10% of salary as bonus values here, right? Like that. Every time we need to think logically and we need to decide whether to use where clause or not. Okay, mostly we will use weight loss. In some cases, in some scenarios like this, without weight loss also we can write update. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Got.
Okay, perfect. Next we have delete command. Okay, obviously delete command is used to remove any particular row from. If you wanted to remove any particular rows, we can use delete command. For example, select star from table name, that is employees. We have 4 rows, right? If I don't want the 4th row, if I wanted to remove 4th row, only one particular row, then I can use delete command, and the syntax will be like delete from table name where condition. Okay. What we wanted to delete, that one definitely we need to write in where condition. So let's use delete from table name is employees, where what I wanted to remove last row. So I can write where employee ID equals to 4. Okay. So what it will do, it will check, it will go to the employees table, it will check wherever employee ID 4 is there. There it will delete that particular entire row. Okay. Let's execute. It got executed. Let me display the data by using select. Now I have only 3 rows because we just now deleted 4th row. Basically, delete is used to remove a particular row, any particular row. If you wanted to remove multiple rows also, we can use delete command. If you wanted to remove 3 and 4 also, you can use delete command. For that, we need to use operators, which we will discuss going forward in operators and clauses concept. And operator we will use actually. If you wanted to remove 3, 3rd row and 4th row, we will write here where employee ID equals to 3 and employee ID equals to 4. We will discuss that in the next class. So basically here with delete, we can remove any particular rows. Okay. Now one of the most important question, that is drop versus trunking versus delete. Okay. So one of the important interview questions, of course, but we don't have much differences here. Only we need to explain the, yes, any doubts?
Yeah, yeah. One query, ma'am. Actually, here
Yes.
you deleted the last row. If I deleted any middle rows, what will happen?
Yeah, we can delete if I
Means what will
wanted to.
happen to the table?
Nothing will be happen, right? Whatever row we wanted to delete, that row will be deleted. Remaining rows it will display.
Means it will, yeah, the
See.
upcoming rows will get updated to the above ones, like that. Suppose if I delete the second row.
Okay, you are expecting that if I'm deleting second row, this 3 will become 2 or not?
Yes, yes, yeah.
No, it won't happen. It will be 3 only.
Oh, means that
Okay.
second row will be empty.
It will be, yeah, it will be empty. Directly after first row, we will get third row.
Okay. Can you do that, ma'am?
Yeah, of course. So here we have three rows, right? So delete from table name employees where employee ID equals to 2. So now I'm deleting second row, only second row. It got deleted. Let's display the data. We can see 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Okay. Clear, right?
Yes, I got it.
Yeah. I'm just inserting second row once again. Error code. What happened? Value count. You can see this is again one more error. Column count doesn't match value count because we have bonus column. We added bonus column. I just copied the previous insert syntax. Here I don't have bonus value, right? Previously we gave only 4 columns. So 4 values only we mentioned. Now if I'm executing this, it is throwing me error stating column count doesn't match value count because I forgot to mention bonus value here. Okay, like that. By seeing error messages itself, we can understand what mistake we did. Okay, I just inserted so that we will have all the 3 rows. Okay. But if you observe here again, the sequence is missed, right? Second row, I got it here, right? 1, 3, 2, we can see now. This concept again we will discuss going forward. For now, just leave it. However, so okay, let me explain. I'll give a small idea. Further, we will discuss detailing. We have something called as primary key, which we will discuss in integrity constraints concept. If we define primary key in the table, if we are inserting data like this, primary key, what it will do, it will store the data in a sequential order itself. We will get 1, 2, 3 only if we already define primary key. If there is no primary key, it doesn't sort the data, whatever, however we inserted like here. So for now, on that, in this particular table, I didn't define any primary key. That is the reason. Now, if I am executing second row, it is just displaying me 1, 3, and 2. It won't sort. However, we will insert in the same way it will show us. Okay. But in real time, we will define primary keys compulsorily for every table. And the duty of this primary key is, it's actually not the duty of primary key. We have a index concept there. I'll discuss detailing. But usually on whatever table we define primary key, what that will do, it will sort the data in the sequential order. However, suppose I'm having 1, 5, then I entered 2, then I entered 9, like this also. Once if I define primary key on that particular table, whenever I'm using select command, it will show me 1, 2, 5, and 9. It will always sort the data in the sequential order. Okay. And that is what I wanted to show you. That is the reason I inserted second row. Anyways, we will discuss detailedly about this point in index concept. So now, drop versus truncate versus delete, important interview question. Till now, I mentioned 2 important interview questions. One is the difference between char and varchar, right? And the second one is the difference between drop, truncate, and delete. Of course, here we don't have any much differences. Only we need to explain the functionality of this each command. What will happen when we use this commands? That is what we need to explain. But still, every time they will ask about, what is the difference between drop, truncate, and delete. They will ask as a difference only. That doesn't mean that we have much differences here. Just we need to explain what will happen when we use these commands. What will happen basically whenever we use drop command, the complete table will be removed, right? Along with the table structure, the data inside the table will also be removed. The complete table will be removed permanently from the database, right? Then what will happen whenever we use truncate? Only the data inside the table will be removed. The table structure will be same, correct? And what will happen when we use delete? Any
Total data will be deleted and we cannot roll back.
Yeah, only particular particular rows we will delete. If you wanted to remove any particular rows, we will use delete command. Okay. And about rollback, we will discuss that in TCL commands. Okay. So yes, this is the difference between drop, delete, and truncate. Okay, so I hope it is clear.
Yeah, Divya.
Yes.
Perfect. And one more point here. So actually, we have in the first demo class I said that we have so many databases in the market, but mostly nowadays many companies are preferring to use MySQL because one reason is it is an open source, it is freely available for everyone, and the second reason is in MySQL they are using some kind of security features by using which maybe it is helping us to protect the data in a better way. Okay, so like that we have one option or one feature here with update command. Actually, I already turned off that option. That is the reason whenever I executed update command, I got a result. Normally, I didn't face any issues. I didn't face any errors. But whenever, after installing this software, whenever you execute update command or delete command for the first time, you will get an error. Because MySQL came up with a security feature. That is, just now with the first example, we understood if we miss writing this line, any newcomers or even experienced persons also, whenever if they are updating any data in a hurry, if they misusing where clause, all the rows, the salary will be updated, right? This is creating a really big problem or really big mess in real time. That is the reason MySQL, they came up with an option called as safe update mode. This is just an option. So by default in MySQL, software, this safe update mode will be turned on. And because of this, whenever you use update command, whether you're using where clause or if you are not using where clause also, it doesn't matter. Every time whenever you execute any update command, it will throw an error calling safe update mode is turned on. It's just the intention of this option or of this setting is that they wanted to remind us that you are using update command. So be careful. We need to check with the where clause whether we are using where clause or not, just to give us an alert or just to make us cautious one time they are using this particular option in MySQL. I already turned off that option. That is the reason I didn't got any error. But whenever you install the software for the first time, whenever you are using either update command or delete command, you will get a error called as safe update mode is turned on. You are trying to update without using where clause, like that kind of error you will get. If you are using where clause also, it doesn't matter, you will get the same error. Let me show you that. Okay, so we have edit here in the menu bar. In edit, last option, preferences. If once we click on preferences, one window will be opened. Here you can see SQL editor, SQL editor, second option. We need to select that and scroll it little bit down. Last option, you can see save updates, rejects updates and deletes with no restrictions. So by default, this option will be turned on in every installation. Once you install a software, by default, this option will be turned on. I'm just turning it on once again. I'm clicking on OK. And whenever we make any changes in the settings, we need to click on this. Let me show you. Last icon in the toolbar. Okay, this one. Last icon in the toolbar. This is nothing but reconnect to DBMS. If I'm just keeping the cursor here, it will show me reconnect to DBMS. Once, if you make any changes in the settings, you need to click on this reconnect to DBMS last icon in the toolbar. Then only that settings will be applied. So I'm just selecting on it. I'm just clicking on it. It got selected. It got applied. And now once again, I'll try to execute this update command. The same update command I'm executing, and let's check what will happen. It threw me error stating. Let me copy the error message. We can copy like this and we can paste it. And let's see what is the error message we got. So it is saying you are using safe update mode and you tried to update a table without a where. That causes a key column. So to disable safe update mode, toggle the option in preferences, SQL editor, reconnect. Okay, if you see, executed this line, I mentioned where clause also. If I used where clause, also it is saying me that I tried to update without where clause. It doesn't matter whether we used where clause or not. The only intention of this particular option or particular setup is that just to provide a cautious, just to remember us that we are using update command, we need to be careful, we need to check whether we are using where clause or not. Okay, because of that reason, every time whenever we are using update and delete, it will throw us this kind of error so that we can recheck. And if you wanted to update, then we need to turn off this we need to disable this safe update mode, and then only update and delete will work. If you really don't wanted to use this concept, you can turn it off and you can use, but you need to be very careful because as we already have option, we already have a setting. It's our wish whether to use this option or not. But if, as we already have this option, if we are not using and if you forget to use where clause, then it will become a kind of escalation. So we need to be careful every time. This option is only available in MySQL. When if you face any such errors, again, they're only mentioning clearly, we need to disable the safe update mode. For that, preferences SQL editor. That preferences will have an edit again. We'll go to the edit, preferences, SQL editor. Last option, safe updates. We need to turn it off. We need to click on OK. Once again, we need to reconnect to DBMS. If we click on this only, the changes will be applied. Okay. Now, if I execute this particular line, it will be, let me just make it 62. Now it will work. You can see. Okay. Like that. I already turned it off. That is the reason first I didn't got any error, but I wanted to mention this. Okay. I hope whatever we discussed till now, it is clear for you. With this, we are done with DML also. Okay. The remaining commands we will discuss tomorrow. But with this, we are done with all the demo classes. Usually, DurgaSoft will provide 3 demos. So 3 demo classes are done. From tomorrow, our actual classes will start. Of course, I'll continue with the concepts only. I won't start from first. Okay, I'll continue with DCL commands only. Whoever is interested and whoever is comfortable with this timing, that is 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST, they can get registered. Okay.
Yeah, one more query here, ma'am, actually.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
with this SQL and Python combination, what are the roles we will get and how is the scope? Because you are also, you said you are also taking the training on Python, right? So this is another question.
Yeah, and it's again the what kind of domain you wanted to choose. If it is data science, yes, learning Python and SQL, you'll have very good opportunities. You can even try as a data, Tableau developer, Power BI developer, or data visualization tool. I mean, along with this Python and SQL, you need to learn one visualization tool. Of course, it can be Tableau, it can be Power BI. So you can settle as a data analyst or else data engineer, uh, like that. In full stack also, of course, with Python and SQL, we have so many job roles.
Okay. Mainly related to data engineer, data scientist, these kind of roles.
Yes, I basically belongs to data science field. I'm a data analyst. So yeah. But as you know, not only in the data science field, Python is useful in every domain, right? In full stack also, Python is where we can use Python. Python developer positions are there, and data science, of course. Nowadays, we have so many opportunities inside data science. We have so many job roles like data engineers, data analysts, any particular Tableau developer, Power BI developer, right?
Okay.
Machine learning engineers, data scientists. Of course, for machine learning, especially for data scientists, we want some years of experience. Along with that, whatever job role we choose, we need to learn some other tools as well. If it is data analyst, you will need to learn one visualization tool along with Python and SQL. If it is data engineer, you need to learn one tool, maybe like Alteryx and all. Data preparation tools, you need to learn any one tool along with Python and SQL. But SQL and Python is common.
Okay, for analytics engineers also, this combination is required, this Python and SQL.
Yes, data analyst definitely. Without Python also, if you have good knowledge on SQL and any visualization tool, it can be Tableau and Power BI, you can start your career. But going forward, you need to learn Python. From initially, if you have knowledge on Python, it will be an asset for us. So SQL, Python, and one visualization tool, you can settle as data analyst. We have so many opportunities.
Okay, means that is Power BI or Tableau, right?
Yeah, Power BI or Tableau.
Okay.
Okay. So I basically work with Tableau. I teach Power BI also, but in my company, I have experience in working with Tableau. All right. So if you have any other questions, you can ask me, or else I'll end the session for now and let's meet tomorrow. And please check your mails, whoever will get registered. Whatever mail ID you given to them, for that mail ID, you will get a new Zoom link. Please follow that link and attend tomorrow's session. And while attending anyone, please try to log in by using your laptop so that I can show you the installation process. Okay. Any queries, any questions, anyone? Okay. All right. Let's meet tomorrow. Bye.